I'm going to show you step by step for getting ready for presenting in Zoom. So the first thing you want to do is clean up your desktop so that nothing is, your desktop's pretty clear of clutter, because that's going to help a lot when you're presenting. What I'm going to do is go into and find my presentation and open up my presentation. So I'm going to do theme 6. I'm going to open up, not that. I'm going to open up that presentation. Going to open up that presentation. I'm going to go into slideshow settings. So slideshow, set up the slideshow. And this is critical. I want you to select browse by individual window. This allows you to size the window that the presentation will be in. So select OK for that. Go into play from start. And what you can notice is that I can resize this window. So what I'm going to do is set it to about a little smaller than that. I'm going to set it about like that and put it on my desktop in a corner. Maybe this corner. And so the next thing I'm going to do is go into System Preferences. So I'm going to go up here, System Preferences. I need to make sure, I need to adjust my cursor size. So I'm going into Accessibility. I'm going to go to Display. I'm going to go to Cursor. And what I'm going to do, and you can see what happens with my cursor as I adjust this, I'm going to adjust my cursor. And what I want to do is make the cursor big enough so that the kids can see it in the presentation window. Next thing I'm going to do is go to security and privacy. I'm going to make sure that Zoom is allowed, enabled, and there it is. It's enabled on the camera, and it's enabled on the microphone. So those settings are done. So now I'm going to launch. I'm going to go to the meeting. I'm going to go to the email that the teacher sent me. I would click on the link. We're launching. I'm joining the meeting. You can see I'm muted, which I would normally do. What I would do is set up with the teacher to talk to them beforehand, just to review what we talked about in terms of the process. So that's a good thing. But generally, most people enter a meeting muted, and you want to keep it that way, especially with the students. I'm in gallery view. So now if it's time for me to share, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen. I'm going to select my PowerPoint presentation. It's going to open up, and this is the kind of screen what you want to see. A couple of things you need to do here. First, hit the participants, and you'll notice here that here's where your responses, if you'd agree with the teacher that the kids use responses to get attention. It's very easy to see. I highly recommend it. Another thing you want to do up here, so go up to the top, pull down the Zoom bar, chat. If you've agreed to chat, it's here. You can type everyone a message. I wouldn't recommend the private chat unless you've set that up with your teacher beforehand. I also recommend that at the end of the meeting, if you've agreed to chat, that maybe at the beginning of the meeting you tell students that you'd like them to put any questions they have in chat about any of the slides they're seeing or anything that you're seeing. Now, you may not notice that when you're going through the presentation. You might be too busy. But before you stop sharing, go and look at the chat screen. View it up and down. Make sure you see who said everything. and look for questions. And that's a perfect time to respond to any questions. If in your presentation you've decided that you're going to end in an activity, you can do one of two things. You can send the teacher the slide of that activity, or you can just leave the activity up and don't stop share, and you'll let the teacher, you stick around until the teacher's ready to end the meeting. If that was an activity slide, which it's not, but let's pretend it is, the kids are then doing an activity with that last slide. So at that point, when the meeting is over and the activity is over, that's a great time to stop share. Discuss anything with your teacher about how you might change it later. That's it. Thank you.